Hello everyone, and welcome to a new series that I'm going to be doing called the Martian Turtle and Associates Top 20 Rankings for the RLCS. I'm going to be joined on this project by Mythalieon, Captain Dolphin, and Belleair. I'm really excited to do this. Essentially how it's going to work is that every single Friday before an event, in other words, when EU Double Elimination is starting, we're going to be releasing the top 20 aggregate that we have decided on. And then on the following Saturday, I'll release a longer form podcast type video with one of the guys as we reveal our rankings to each other one by one. And we can discuss what's kind of happened in this scene. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, at number 20, we have Gen G Mobile One Racing. This is your Reddles Magic Cheese roster or your Luminosity roster from last year. I had them at 20, so did Captain Dolphin. Mythalieon had them just outside of the rankings, and Belleair had them all the way up at 16 to average a 19.25. At 19, we have TSM, or what we think the signed TSM roster is going to be. This is Amphis, Super Locky, and Kaka with Mock as their coach. These guys did very well in the OCE offseason and have landed themselves an average placement of 18.75, with myself having them at 15, Mythalieon at 20, and Captain Dolphin at 19. At number 18, we have the Redemption British roster of Cash, Toxic, Smokes, and Andy the Mandy as their coach. I couldn't fit that on the line. You have a really long name, man. I had them at 19, Mythalieon had them at 19, Belleair had them all the way up at 15, and that landed them an average ranking of 18.5. At number 17, we don't really know what this team name is, but it is the squad of Hoxer, Chicago, Kofer, and Fireburner. We have them with an average ranking of 17.5. I had them at 18, Belleair had them at 19, and Mythalieon had them all the way up at 12. At number 16, we have Space Station Gaming with the Snowman roster of Frosty Scribbles revealed. They'll be joined by Coach X Perry this season. We had an average ranking of 16.25, and this is the first team where all of us had them ranked, with myself and Mythalieon having them at 17, Dolphin having them at 18, and Belleair having them up at 13. At number 15, we have Shopify Rebellion with Two-Piece, Parth, Justin, and Memory as their coach. This team had an average ranking of 16, with Mythalieon having them at 16 himself, while Dolphin and Belleair had them at 13 and 14. Reason their average ranking is so low compared to what they were ranked is because I had them unranked. Sorry. At number 14, we have Wildcard Gaming. This is the old power roster of Banana Head Fever and Torsauce. The main omission here is that we're not sure who their coach is just yet. Jimma did move on from power to explore other opportunities, and they haven't confirmed if they have a new coach just yet. Wildcard came in with an average ranking of 14.75, with Martian Turtle, myself, and Dolphin both having them at 14, Mythalieon having them at 13, and Belleair all the way down at 18. At unlucky number 13, with an average ranking of also exactly 13, is Dignitas. You have apparently Jack, Jorias, and Stizzy with the coach Violent Panda. Barely was able to squeeze your names on there, guys. Please, please. I'm not one to talk. I got Martian Turtle, and I have them at 11. So does Belleair, while Mythalieon and Captain Dolphin have them both at 15. At number 12, we have Team Secret with KV1 and Mata returning from last year, and Swift coming over from the Ninjas in Pajamas. They'll be coached by Bruno Visky like they were last year as well. They had an average ranking of 12, but this had a wide disparity of different rankings. I had them at 12 myself, while Mythalieon had them all the way up at 8, and Belleair had them down at 17. Dolphin had them at 11, so around where they ended up landing. At number 11, we have Complexity. This is your very well-known roster of Razeable, CRR, Diaz, and Aguesum. They had an average ranking of 11.5, with Mythalieon and myself having them in the 13-14 range, while Captain Dolphin and Belleair had them at the 9-10 range. At number 10, we have Twisted Minds with a bit of a hodgepodge of talent with Naupo, Rise, and Atomic. We're not quite sure who they're going to be coached just yet, but they had an average ranking of 10.5, with 3 of us putting them at 10 exactly, that being myself, Mythalieon, and Captain Dolphin, while Belleair had them at 12. At number 9, we have Geek Esports with the average ranking of 10.25. This is the roster of Joyo, Archie, and Oli, coached by Nick on RL, who's been signed to Geek for quite a bit. I had them at number 9 along with Belleair, but Mythalieon had them at 11, while Dolphin had them at 12. At number 8, with a big jump up in the average ranking, this is the Gentlemates Alpine roster. They have an average ranking of 7.5. Your players are Seiko, Radosin, Juicy, and coached by Eversax. I had them at 8 myself, while Mythalieon had them at 9, but Dolphin had them at 6, and Belleair had them at 7. Tied for 6 with an average ranking of 6.5 is the Mango roster. No, this is not their official logo, but is the best I could find. I tried to find a transparent background photo of a mango, and I couldn't quite come up with it. So I'm begging for these guys to get signed by an org or produce me a good mango logo, please. This is your roster of LJ First Killer Chronic, coached by Sad Jr. I had them at 7. Belleair had them just a little bit lower at 8. Mythalieon had them at 6, and Captain Dolphin's the highest on them at number 5. Tied with Mango for the number 6 spot is Furia Esports. You have Yan Los Trufinio, coached by STL. Myself and Belleair both had them ranked at number 6, while Mythalieon and Captain Dolphin had them at number 7. Everyone agrees this team lands right around here. At number 5, we have Ninjas in Pajamas. You have Itachi, Oski, Nas, and Snasky. That's going to be a tongue twister. They had an average ranking of 5.75, but 3 of us had them at 5 ourselves, that being me, Mythalieon, and Belleair. Captain Dolphin had them down at number 8. At number 4, with another big jump in the average ranking, is NRG Esports. This is Beast Mode, Daniel, Atomic, and Coach Sathu. Mythalieon and I both had them at number 4, surprisingly low according to both of us. Captain Dolphin had them at number 2, while Belleair had them at number 3. At number 3, we have our first team receiving a first place vote. That is Team Falcons with the Twins, Rawas, Kaliers, and TRK as their third. They're coached by Doom. I myself had them ranked number 1, but the others weren't quite so high on them, as Mythalieon and Captain Dolphin had them at number 3, while Belleair had them at number 4. At number 2, we have the new Carmine Core squad. This is Vatira, Atau, Drali, coached by Farah. They had an average ranking of 2.5. I had them at number 3, and so did Belleair. Dolphin had them all the way down at 4, while Mythalieon gave them a first place vote. And that leaves only Team Vitality as ranked number 1. This is Zen, Exotic, Monkey Moon, and Casio. Despite the offseason results not necessarily going their way, Captain Dolphin and Belleair both ranked this team number 1 heading into the next season, while Mythalieon and I had them both at number 2. Here are the rankings by each of the associates broken down into a nice Excel sheet because we love our Excel sheets in this esport. The other teams that received votes are Omelette, Godfidence, Synergy, Vision, and Strictly Business. I'll give you guys a little bit of a second to review this if you'd like. However, now we're going on to the outro. And that's all for today. I wanted to keep these Friday videos short and concise as I go over very quickly what the top 20 will end up being. However, expect tomorrow, me and Mythalieon are going to sit down and reveal our rankings to each other one at a time. This was before I obviously did all of this. So you'll get to hear our thoughts as we discuss the top 20 teams as we see it heading into the next season. Hopefully you all have enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoy tomorrow if you're interested in that longer form type content. I hope you guys are excited for this project because I certainly am. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying the recent content, and I'll catch you guys next time.